Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video for you on my top 10 foundations. I don't think I've ever done a video like this before. I think I've been on YouTube for so long that sometimes I forget the videos that I've done, but obviously even if I have done this video, things would have changed. I've got new foundation since then. An old favorite is maybe no longer a favorite anymore, but as of today these are all my favorites so far. So I'm going to show you my top 10 as well as some of my non-favorites, and I'm going to talk only a tiny little bit about each one. A lot of them I already have done reviews on, like full thorough videos talking about them for at least a couple of minutes. So I will link the ones that I have done reviews on below. And I will just mention a little bit about why they are my favourite as well. Starting off drugstore, this one here is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. My shade is in W4. D4W4 Golden Natural. I'm a bit late on the whole True Match scene because it's been something that's been out for a while now, but I never really bothered to get it, more so because a lot of the smaller drugstores don't tend to stock all of the shades, and I ended up getting this one from Westfield, which is one of the largest shopping centres in London, and I was finally able to get one and I decided to try it, and I've been in love with it ever since. It's super blendable. It gives a really nice and natural, flawless kind of finish. This to me is the drugstore version of the new Too Faced Born This Way, in that it gives a really nice flawless natural finish. It's a little bit runny, so it's easier to apply. It doesn't bunch up in areas, it doesn't oxidize on me, and especially for a drugstore brand where there are some people who are not able to necessarily go out and spend £30 on foundation, this is definitely one which is for you. So this is one of my favorite foundations and I love it. This shade, by the way, tends to wear more in the winter time because I'm a bit dark right now, so if I wore this, it'll be a little bit pale. Another drugstore foundation, and this one I have loved ever since it came out a couple of years ago, is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. My shade is in 220. Now, I think that they've got a cool tone and a warm tone selection. I think if you live in the US, more than likely you have got a much larger variety of choices in shades than we do in the UK, where we've got something like 4 or 5, which is rubbish, and it was just luck that this one just happened to match my skin tone. Again, this one, even though it's called Fit Me, I don't really see how these foundations can change color to match your skin tone in that sort of way. Either it fits you or it matches you or it doesn't, you know. I don't think that technology is that advanced. But then maybe I'm wrong, maybe you guys will disagree with me, so you can always disagree with me, I don't mind, it's fine. But I love this foundation. I'm probably on my 3rd or 4th bottle of this. In the same vein, I absolutely hate the Fit Me concealer. I think it's rubbish. I know that some of you may love it, but I really hate it. I just don't think, I think it's more to do with the colour and the fact that the colour that goes with this one is white and this is obviously very yellow based. But this one again gives a really nice full coverage, buildable full coverage finish. It gives a very nice natural luminous kind of glow to the skin, and I will love this one for a very long time. One that I'm going to show you now is the Laura Mercier Oil-Free Supreme Foundation. Now, I'm very sorry to say that this is now discontinued. You can see that it's nearly finished. It is pretty much finished. I'm actually scraping out bits of it because you can't buy it anymore. And the shade is in Honey Beige. I'll be honest with you, I haven't gone out of my way to go and look online to see where else I can get it, and I know that I can get it in other places. It's just that it's not sold by Laura Mercier themselves anymore. They've got a new foundation, which is a shame because I think this one is excellent. I can't remember when I bought this, maybe it was last year sometime. Again, it's something that is medium coverage. It's a little bit thicker than the other two foundations which I just showed you. It's got more of a moussey runny kind of texture, but it's very light on the skin, which I like. It gives that feeling of not wearing anything at all. And again, oil free, and this one I do find it to last a long time before I start to get shiny, whereas with some of the other foundations, unfortunately, after about hour 5 or 6 I do tend to shine. I have got combination to normal skin, and after a couple of hours I will get oily in the typical areas of my T-zone. And yeah, so this is a favourite of mine, and I am going to be determined to go and find another one when I can be bothered. Okay, now the MAC Pro Longwear foundation. This one has been a favorite ever since it came out. I did a review on this years ago. I'm going to link it below just so that you guys can have a laugh at how different I look. It's so funny when I look back at some of my old videos how much my makeup has changed, how much my behavior on screen is a lot more confident than it used to be. Actually, no, I've always been a big mouth. But just how much I've changed. I never used to do my eyebrows. I never used to wear under eye concealer. I just used to wear foundation and very poorly blended eyeshadow, and that was about it. But that just goes to show you guys that just if you think that you are not the best at applying makeup now, things change. You know, you get older, you learn more techniques, you practice a bit more, and then voila, full face like mine. But this one, anyway, I have loved this one ever since it came out a couple of years ago. Pro Longwear, lasts all day. Doesn't budge off of my skin. My shade is NC40 because that is the shade I am in MAC. And at the moment I'm probably about an NC42 because I am quite tanned because it is summer in London even though it's pouring down with rain. Somebody just beep at me. Okay. So this one is a firm favourite. It doesn't oxidize on my skin. It doesn't break me out. It is medium to buildable, but it's definitely a full-on coverage foundation. It is very thick to apply, but it applies beautifully and evenly, and I love this foundation. It covers all my redness that I've got. I haven't got the best skin at all by any means. If any of you guys have seen me in person, you'll be like, yes, you're right. So this one helps with that kind of thing. If you haven't got the best skin, if you've got marks from acne when you were younger, or if you're still suffering from acne now, this is the kind of foundation that you need because it really does cover everything up completely, as well as at the same time lasting all day long. Now, following on from lasting all day, this is probably my all-time favorite foundation, and it is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. My shade is in Cashew, and Cashew 3W2. Now, I did a review on this not that long ago. I think it was earlier on in the year when I first bought it, and I have just loved it ever since. It is the best foundation. It does not move. When it says double wear, it really means it. There are other foundations out there that say, oh, we last so long. Oh, we don't move. And then you move. And then you got a cold. And then it comes off on your tissue. This one, I remember getting it when I first got a really horrible cold. And the amount of nose blowing I did, minimal amount of makeup came off, and I couldn't believe it. It doesn't rub off on clothes. There's not a lot of foundations out there that do that. Plus it gives a beautiful buildable coverage on the skin. It feels amazing, and I just love it. So I'm going to link my review down below for you guys to watch. And yeah, so overall, out of all the foundations I'm going to show you, this is my all-time favorite. Next one is a more higher end foundation. It is the Diorskin Star foundation. My shade is in 40 Honey Beige, and that's what I'm actually wearing on my face today. This is another one of those brightening, weightless kind of foundations. It gives a very luminous, natural look to the skin. Obviously underneath all the blusher and contouring and highlighting. Champagne pop, in case you're wondering. And I just love this. This is actually a brand new bottle. I've not opened it yet because my other one finished. That's how much I love it. If I buy something twice, it's because I think it's an awesome product. I will link my review to this below so that you guys can have a look. But this one is definitely my all-time favorite higher end foundation. I don't think the other ones cost as much. I don't have that many designer kind of foundations. I don't tend to go for your Chanel's and Dior's and that kind of makeup often. But when I saw this when it first came out, I thought I had to try it. Debenham still to this day send a sample of this product with the foundation because I ordered it online and they sent me a sample again. So if you pick a colour online, you're not sure about it, buy it anyway. They will send you a sample. You can try out the sample. If it doesn't work for you, you can send this one back, which is amazing. I wish they would do that for all foundations. I don't know why they just do it for this one. But this one is an amazing foundation. I actually took this abroad with me when I went to Canada last year because it gives me that full, long-wearing coverage as well as giving me that really nice, dewy kind of look to the skin. Another foundation which I love, obviously these are my top ones, I don't know why I keep saying that, is the Becca Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation, and my shade is in Olive. To my knowledge, you can't buy this in the UK. I bought this when I was in Canada in Sephora. This one is actually nearly finished, and I'm sure I have a backup somewhere. I'm sure my mum bought me one when she went to Canada. I think I asked her. This is a matte foundation. Some brands out there, they claim to have a matte foundation, and then after like 2 hours you start to shine. This one doesn't do that. It is very thick feeling. It comes out quite thick You have to squeeze it out quite a bit to get it out. Again, I've done a review on this, which I will link below so that you guys can watch it in a lot more detail. But this one, I can wear it for the entire 8-9 hours and not shine at all. I think this is amazing for those of you guys that suffer from really, really oily skin. Obviously, I don't have super oily skin, but I've got normal to combination skin, so at some point I do start to shine. But if some of you guys that suffer from really, really, really oily skin, wear a mattifying primer, wear this on top, you will not shine at all. I can guarantee it. This is an amazing foundation. I'm very happy with this. Other one that I bought when I was in Canada was the Mercier Smooth Finish Flawless Fluide, and my shade is in Dusk. I have done a review on this. This is an oil-free foundation. I will link the review below. This is another one that gives that very light, dewy, natural skin kind of finish, which is what most people generally tend to want. They want that whole natural look. You want to be able to wear makeup without being able to detect that you have makeup on. Obviously, you've got blusher and eyeshadow. That's a kind of a given that you've got makeup on. But let's say if you're going for a no makeup look, or you're going to work, or you're going to school or college or whatever it is, and you just want to wear foundation, but you don't want people to be able to tell that you've got makeup on, this is the kind of one for you. Love this. Okay, another one which is a recent purchase is the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. This is basically the next version of the Pro Longwear one, which I already showed you. I've done a review on this quite recently because I've not had it that long. I've got this in the shade NC42 because it didn't come out in NC40, and I don't think it still has. And according to MAC, when I contacted them, it's because sometimes they don't release all the shades in a foundation because they want to see how popular it is, which is a shame because I think this one is really, really good. I did wear this when it was raining a couple of times. I found that nothing moved. So in terms of waterproof, yes. Now in terms of sticking my head in a swimming pool to check, I don't know how to swim. So I'm not going to try that kind of thing. But this one does strike me as the kind of one that if you want to go on holiday, because you know you're going to sweat a lot or you're going to come across water and that sort of thing, this is definitely the one for you, especially so you don't have to worry about all day about whether or not your makeup is moving or not, because it has got that Pro Longwear consistency to it. It is quite thick when you take it out of the tube, but it applies beautifully and evenly and gives you an amazing coverage, as well as that whole satiny kind of look without it looking like you've got too much makeup on. Last but not least is my most recent purchase, and I'm sure I did a review on this the other day, is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which is another oil-free foundation. I have been loving this. The skin you were born to have. And that is what their slogan is and their claim is, and I agree 100%. I've been loving this pretty much every day since I bought it. Today I just was like, okay, let me wear something else, because I've been wearing this one like every single day and I really need to kind of change it up, otherwise they just sit there. The shade that I've got mine in is Sand, which is a complete dupe for NC40 by MAC, if you're interested in. It's not available in the UK as yet, but I'm sure it will come over. Too Faced themselves in the US do ship to the UK. I bought mine from Sephora online, so you can get them. They have a wide variety of shades, about 18, and according to Too Faced, they are releasing a couple more very, very soon as well. So there is one shade for everybody. This is your typical natural, dewy, flawless face kind of finish foundation. This is the one that we're all looking for, and this one I absolutely love. I think it is one of the best ones out of the ones that I've mentioned. After Estee Lauder, I would say the Born This Way foundation is definitely my favorite. It's absolutely gorgeous. It gives a beautiful, flawless finish to the skin. Another one which is beautiful to use for your whole no makeup. Lets your skin breathe beautifully, and I think it's just amazing. Now, the ones that I don't like, that just kind of sit there as emergency foundations because you refuse to get rid of them. One of them has actually gone off and it smells. I really need to throw it in the bin. I don't know what I'm holding on to it for. And that one is the Bobbi Brown Extra Repair Foundation. And my shade is in Warm Natural 4.5 in all Bobbi Brown foundations. This is about as far as I got. Oh God, oh my God, it smells toxic. It's nearly finished actually. The thing that I don't like about this is, because it is an extra repair foundation, it is very, 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 very moisturizing. For those of you that have got amazingly dry skin, this is for you. If you've got normal skin, don't bother. If you've got oily skin, you must be joking. This one is really, really thick. To apply it, it leaves track lines on the face. It makes my face feel sticky because it's got so much moisture in it, and I tried to love it. Obviously I've used it quite a bit, but then something else better came along and then I just started using that, and that one has just been left to kind of ferment in the bottom of my drawer. Don't like that one. Another one that I'm not a fan of, unsurprisingly, is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. My shade by NARS is in Barcelona. I did a review on this not that long ago. Still don't love it, guys. Still don't love it. Even with a fairly mattifying primer to use underneath, I still don't like it. It moves around on the face. When you apply it, it gives the most beautiful luminous glow to your face ever. Then you do this. And oh look, the police can fingerprint you now because you've left your fingerprints on your face. That is how bad this is. It moves. It doesn't stay put. I just couldn't love it. Just don't like it. No. Another one like that as well is the MAC Mineralized Moisture Foundation. Again, because they tried to expand their whole mineralized line. The mineralized satin finish is my holiday foundation. When I go abroad, I tend to use that because it's medium coverage and it lets my skin breathe, and it's not too thick and it's not too full coverage, and it's perfect to use over a tan. This one, again, is perfect for those of you who've got very, very, very dry skin. It's a moisture foundation, so I don't know why I stupidly thought it would work for me. I have normal to combination skin, so after a couple of hours I was shining like shining. The coverage is okay. You have to build it up, but then the more you build it up, the more oilier your skin looks. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation. So this one again has been left to die quietly at the bottom of my drawer. So that's it really. If there are any other foundations that you think that I might like based on my skin tone, based on my normal to combination skin, let me know below. Sometimes you guys ask me if I've tried something. They don't always sell them in this country, so I don't. I've obviously got loads to go through. But if there is anyone that you seem to think that, you know what, she's really going to love this one, let me know by all means and I'll look into it at some point. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed my video and I hope you found it useful. I will link all the reviews that I've done on the majority of these below so that you guys can see it in a lot more detail. Other than that, have a lovely, lovely day and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!